Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Welcome to this special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Wednesday. Let me get a little, reach it. I forgot to turn on my light this morning. Wow. Okay, Ken, hang on. We got you. We got you guys. Everybody with me? Almost had us a catastrophe. Welcome to Kevin at 7, just Wednesday. Good morning, Patty from Tampa, Florida. Let me get this so I can see everybody. As you come on the call, make sure you post where you are in the world today. Like JP, what's up, JP? From Washington, D.C., somebody from Dallas Coaches Corner Club, whatever that is. Jonathan Hawkins in Dallas, Texas. Good morning, my friends. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about what it takes to be a champion. What it takes to be a champion, because I didn't grow up with anything. There was no championships in my world. Hey, Simon from Denver. Good morning, Susie from Redondo Beach. Good morning, Ravi from Redmond, Washington. Welcome. Good morning, Bonnie from Port Charlotte, Florida on YouTube. As you come on, give the video a thumbs up and tell us where you are in the world today. All right, here we go. So I always remember seeing the trophy cases, all the trophy cases. My shirt is messed up there. I always remember seeing in the trophy cases where I went to school, Anson, Texas, where I grew up, Spur, Texas, where I went to high school. Those were the years, my main years in high school. And I always remember seeing the trophies in the trophy cases, the trophies, the big stuff. And I always wanted to win trophies, but I never won trophies. I didn't pump, pass, and kick. I won a few trophies, but I never won the gold. Best I ever won was the silver and one bronze. Never won championships. The only time I ever won championships was when I was a coach with Little Rivers basketball. Hey, Sharon from Vancouver. Good morning. Simon from Buena Park, California. Good morning. As you come on, tell me where you are in the world. Elaine from Greeley, Colorado. And I just never had a championship. We were never champions. And as I watch and as I look back, I realize it was because we never had what it took to be champions. Okay. Good morning, Destiny from Tennessee, wherever you are in Tennessee. Good morning, Dino from San Francisco. Rochelle from Connecticut. Put your city and state, not just your state, because unless you sell real estate for the whole state. Good morning, Brittany from Sebring, Florida. Good to see you. Jay Parker, Jack from San Francisco. Rhonda from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Houston, Latasha from Houston. Leon from Kansas City. There's a lot of new people. I think some of you guys I've never seen on before. Welcome. If you're new here, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Jim from Denver, Colorado. All right. Karen from Vacaville, California. Chris Perea, when do the confirmations get sent out for FX Extreme? Like, Chris, if you registered for FX Extreme, if you got your ticket, you should have gotten immediate confirmation. If you did not, send an email to support@yesmasters.com. Support@yesmasters.com. We're less than a month away now from FX Extreme Training Camp. Pretty exciting. FX Extreme, thefxextreme.com/live 2019. So the reason we never won championships when I was growing up was because we did not have what it took to be champions. Here's my question. Do you have what it takes to be a champion? Well, now you're not playing sports. I'm talking about in your life. To really win in your life, to crush it in your life, to achieve the lifestyle of your dreams, to achieve the goals where that you wake up and go like, yes, look at my life. Look at my success. Look at the people whose lives I'm changing. Look at what I'm doing for the community. Look at what I'm giving back. I am winning in my life. Not by calling I'm a champion. I'm talking about truly having a championship caliber life. Do you have what it takes to be a champion? So hashtag champion. Put it down. Post it. Hashtag champion. Do you have what it takes to be a champion? Hey, Paul. Good morning, Paul. One of our team members is on this morning. Paul. Hey, Paul. There's a guy. Hey, Stan from San Jose del Cabo, Mexico. Awesome. There's a guy on here, Christopher Perea, that indicated he registered for FX Extreme, has not gotten his email confirmation, so we need to make sure he's taken care of. So be watching for an email from him. I told him to email support@yesmasters.com. Okay, so I want to talk about what it takes to be a champion, because you can do it. This is the good news. The bad news is, well, let me give you the good news first. The good news is you can win the championship in your life. Your life is your championship game. Your life is your championship game. So winning is everything. The good news is you can win. You can be a champion in your life. Thank you, guys. Awesome. #champion. Love it. Thank you. The bad news is most of you won't. Most of you won't. You have built too strong of a case against yourself of why you can't win, why you don't win, why you failed yesterday, why this year has not gone the way you wanted it to go, why your life has not gone the way you want it to go. You can win the championship of your life, but most of you won't. Good news, you can. Bad news, you probably won't. This is Wednesday. We're talking about winning today. You need somebody to tell you the truth. You want somebody to tell you the truth, yes? This is it. One chance to make it, doing it my way. I hope your way's the right way, Elaine. A lot of people do it their way and they suck it up, screw it up, or worse. What does it take to be a champion? Here's what I learned from my coach, Milson. So in Spur, Texas, I had the dichotomy. We had Coach Brown, who was my football coach. And Coach Brown, our football team had been like 1-9 or 1-11. I think it's 1-11. We won one game, lost 11 the year before. And so Coach Brown decides homecoming's coming up in Spur, Texas against Jayton, Texas, which was about half our size. And it was like the one game that we had a chance of winning. And it was homecoming, and so we were going to just like go all out. And so the week before, Coach Brown trained us on about half a dozen trick plays. We're going to beat them Jayton Jaybirds, or I don't know what they were called, Jayton Jaybirds, I think, something like that. We're going to beat them on trick plays. You see, trick plays are what amateurs try to do to win, because they aren't willing to do what it takes to be better than the other team. They think they got to trick their way to winning. And that is where most real estate agents try to get training. That's why you sign up for all this crap that you find on social media marketing, where some real estate guru has a trick. Like, learn how to get all these leads from Facebook. Now, Facebook's a great place to get leads. But most of you are looking for a one-trick pony. You're looking for some trick that's going to help you get a lot of business. You're looking for trick plays. You think championships are won on trick plays? Can I get an answer to that? Are championships won because the team is great at trick plays? Yes or no? Post your answer. I'm doing a survey of the intelligence. This is an intelligence test. Hell no. No with an exclamation point. That's it. You're right on. On YouTube, you guys got it. Yep. Hello, Facebook. Is anybody there? Hello? Hello? The answer is no. Championships are not won, my friends, with trick plays. You may get lucky and score a touchdown. You may get lucky and win a game, but you don't win championships by luck or tricks. I'm looking for some tips and tricks. I don't do tips and tricks. People ask me, what's your best tip for succeeding in real estate? The best tip? There are no tips. You want just the tip, or you want the whole thing? Because see, the tip does not get you anywhere. You need the whole thing. The problem is tips are easier to digest. They're easier to swallow. So there are two things it requires. Number one is a championship will. And number 2 is championship skill. Do you have championship will and do you have championship skill? That's what it takes to be a champion. Now, skill is how good you are. And that comes from preparing. That comes from training. It comes from practice. It comes from coaching. That's where championship skill comes from. You look at the most skilled people in the world, the most skilled performers in the world, in any industry. And how do they become the best in the world? Champions. And it's not just talent. The world is full of talented people who never make it, even in the pros, much less make it to championships. There's something different. What is it about Golden State, the Golden State Warriors, that enabled them to go to 5 championships in a row? Well, they got the best team. Right. How did they get there? There's something different about how Steve Kerr shows up and trains his team than the way other NBA teams train. How can Bill Belichick create an empire with an old quarterback that's not that talented and go back to the playoffs and the Super Bowl at time after time after time after time? They have a different level of will to win. Michael Jordan had the will to win. Kobe Bryant had the will to win no matter what. There was that drive, that passion. Serena Williams has that drive. Michael Phelps has that drive. Katie Ledecky, the women's swimmer, Olympic swimmer, U.S. Olympic swimmer, she's got this drive about her that other swimmers simply do not have. It is the will to win. It is the will to prepare. It is a championship will, which means a drive that cannot be extinguished, that cannot be dampened. That will requires tremendous emotional fortitude. Because see, here's the deal. Everybody understands a bank account, right? How much money you have in a bank account. And when you spend money out of your bank account, if you don't have much money in it, it runs out. Your emotions are the same way. You have an emotional bank account. And every time you drive towards something, every time you go for a goal, it takes a certain amount of will. It takes a drive. And if you don't have the mental toughness, if you don't have the relentless spirit, the tenacity, the grit to continue a course of action and to continue a belief in your own ability and a belief that you will achieve and you will accomplish it regardless of the opposition, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the failures, regardless of the setbacks, regardless of the adversity, regardless of anything, then you get discouraged. Meaning without courage. You lose your courage. And you get discouraged and you get distressed and you quit, or you self-sabotage, or you pull back and you lose. You guys hear what I'm saying? Those who are the greatest of all time, the champions, not people who won a few games, but the champions, not the people who had great talent and scored a lot of points. The champions, the one that put the rings on the fingers, the ones that got the gold medals over and over and over again, the ones who changed the world, the champions, have a drive to win that is insatiable, and it is unquenchable. It is unbreakable. Can I get some thumbs up on this? You guys get this? So number 1, #will, championship will. You got to have a championship will, a will to win, a will to fight. That belief that you will not relent. And the problem that 99% of us have, and that I had most of my life, was I did not have that drive. I did not have that will to win. So Coach Brown at Spur decided to win on trick plays. It was easier. course, we didn't win, but it was easier. We actually tied my junior year, our homecoming game, football game at Spur, Texas. We tied them 6-6. That kind of sucks. I have somebody commenting on my YouTube channel that YouTube automatically blocks them because they're so full of crap. Very interesting. Haven't had time to read everything they said, but it'd be interesting to go back and read it. So Coach Milson was different. Coach Milson was my basketball player, our basketball coach. Coach Milson was a rookie. He was brand new, just graduated from college, first year as my coach, my sophomore year in high school. And Coach Milson believed in winning. His favorite book was a book by John Wooden, UCLA basketball coach, called You Gotta Love It. And that was a book, he got copies of it and gave it to his best players, and gave me a copy. And he said, you got to read this book. And if you don't love what you're doing and you love this game more than anything else, you got to love it more than sleep, more than food, more than anything, more than girls. He said, you're not going to be able to be a champion on my team. And at the end of the first year, we had a pretty good year from the year before. And he took me and three of his other players to the state basketball tournament in Austin, Texas, to watch the championships. And he sat there next to me. And on day 3 of the championship game, the tournament, state tournament, he looked at me and he said, Ward, in 2 years, I'm going to be on that floor. You want to go with me? Heck yeah. Absolutely. Hey, Paul, can you make a note if you're still on with me? Make a note that there is a girl on YouTube named Emily that we are going to kick off our channel. So he left the next year. Yeah, Coach Wooden is an icon, still is, Jonathan. That's right. So Coach Milson believed in winning. So Coach Milson left the next year because the school board at our school had this thing against guys that wanted to really win championships, I think. They were into mediocrity and into status quo, and he wanted to change, Coach Milson wanted to change things, and they said, nah, I don't think we're going to do that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about who Emily is. They weren't into that. And so they let Coach Milson go, and they would not renew his contract. So he went to another school. I ran into him 7 years later after I graduated from college. And he had already won 2 state championships 3 state championships at the new school. And he went on to win like 7 championships, went to state tournaments over and over again. But he had 7 titles, state titles, which is as far as you can go in high school basketball. And he was amazing. He had a championship will. You guys understand what I'm saying? And number 2 is the championship skill. Do you have the championship skill? Now, skill can be developed. It can be learned. But see, most real estate agents are content with amateur level skills. And that's why you have good months and bad months. That's why your life still sucks. And I'm not happy about it. I'm for you. I want you to win. I want you to win. So I'm telling you the truth. One, you got to want it more than. I got a quote from Achilles in the movie Troy, and somebody asked him, "What do you want?" And he said, "I want what all men want. I just want it more." That's what I'm talking about. I want it more. Hashtag I want it more. You guys understand what I'm saying? Thumbs up. Can I get some thumbs up on this? I want it more. Do you have that championship will? And if you do, then you can develop the championship skill, but do not expect to get championships if you don't have the will and you don't have the skill. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at everybody else. You're going to be looking at everybody else and comparing yourself to losers and looking at the champions. Go like, if I wish I could be like that. Why are they so lucky? Robin Luck. I think Coach Milson, David Milson, went to Cedar Hill after Monday, Texas. I think so, and he died of Hodgkin's. He had Hodgkin's lymphoma in his high school, so that may be Coach Milson, David Milson. I lost touch with him because this was back before social media and everything. But I think he ended up going to Cedar Hill. It was down by Dallas-Fort Worth, and he was an icon, man. But if you know him, Robin, I'd love for you to Facebook private message me on Facebook. If you knew him, we lost him. He died about 5 or 6 years ago. He died a few years back. Okay, that's it, guys. Championship will, championship skill, play to win, and always expect yes. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have an awesome day. Play to win, and always expect yes. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another special episode of Kevin at 7. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Welcome to this special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Wednesday.